Well, hello there. This is my third or first time trying to record this, but yeah, I suck at this. I'm sorry. You can call me Liam, and this channel will probably not turn into a podfic channel because the only reason I'm doing this is because I really like the fan fiction in this series, and I'll be probably doing only them. There's only two right now, but if there will be a third one, I will probably do it too because again I love this fix. The grammar is not the best part some places, but it's good, and I can critique it. You can hear the way I speak English is not my first language, like absolutely. My first language is Ukrainian. From the videos you can see on my other on this channel, they are all homework. Anyways, the link to the fic, the series, and the author will be able to find in the description of this video. And let's just start. I need to stop talking to you. If there will be any characters for me, I'm sorry. I'm not used to speaking so much. Anyways. Of course. Speak of the devil. Happy Birthday by Adrian the Gay. Summary. Hitoshi has a really shitty birthday, but the social awkward vigilante Spider Lily is here to make it a little bit better. One shot. And it is very rushed. Sorry about that. Wrote it all in one day, lol. Trigger warnings. Child abuse. Happy birthday, Hitoshi! It's July 1st, and the Shinzo family is celebrating their only son's 7th birthday. The room decorated with bright, colorful balloons. His favorite flavor of cake? Chocolate with strawberry icing and sprinkles. Sliced in front of him. Everybody's smiling, including Hitoshi, but their faces are warped. His mother smelled dripping like a birthday candle in his mind. He tries to hold it together, tries to not forget the faces of his only true family, but it drips away. Hitoshi Shinzo clings onto the memory, thinking of it over and over again in his head so that it can give him some semblance of warmth. He tries to cling onto the warmth, but all he can feel is the cold concrete wall he's pressed against. Hitoshi knew it was a bad idea to speak. He knew that it was a blessing he was allowed to walk around without his muzzle in his house, a blessing he should not waste. His new foster parents said they trusted him to not to speak, that he wouldn't have to wear a muzzle here. And he broke it. He broke their trust, and now it's clinging against his face, claiming his tongue and cutting his skin. He should have known. But he wishes that just this once, on his birthdays, they would be lenient. After all, they were the best foster parents he'd ever had. They never hit him, they actually gave him food, and they hardly ever yelled. As long as he kept his mouth shut. But he didn't. And now he's hyperventilating in an alleyway within the Musutafu, knowing damn well how high the crime rates are in this part of the town. He knows he needs to get up, he needs to keep running, but he can think, he can breathe. All he can hear is the rain hitting against his t-shirt and quiet footstep approaching. Hitoshi screams within himself. Well, this is how he dies, by bleeding out in a dark alleyway on the day that was supposed to be pleasant. Was supposed to be good. This is not good. A figure materialized in front of him, crouching so that he could see their face. At least so that he could see parts of their face. They were wearing the cigarette goggles and a black mask with crimson petals embroidered into it. They were wearing cigarette goggles and a black mask with crimson petals embroidered into it. Spider lilies. He startles and scrambles further away from him. Spider lily. He knows them. He heard mention of the kid in school. A vigilante who patrols in Musutafu, responsible for the end of many drug rings and violent organizations in the area. Particularly raises her hand in surrender and backs away slightly. Hitoshi only relaxes a bit. Kaiser! His spider sighs, voice distorted as if under a filter. Maybe a voice modulator? I'm not going to hurt you. My name's Spider Lily. I'm a vigilante. Hitoshi hesitates at first. My dots nods after it fully processes. Okay, now, can you take deep breath for me? I can count with you if you would like. Slowly but surely, Hitoshi moves closer to the vigilante, who offers a hand. Hitoshi takes it, and the other begins taking deep breaths. Oh my god. Hitoshi follows. As he does so, Spider raises the back of Hitoshi's hands in a pattern. It's surprisingly soothing. About After about 20 minutes of this, Hitoshi finally feels calmer. Spider slowly pulls his hands away and raises them on his sides. Hitoshi follows, still sitting down. Spider joins him and rolls his eyes at Hitoshi. Do you want that off? He asks, pointing to the muzzle. Hitoshi nods anxiously and watches as Spider pulls out a small blade from his pocket. This causes Hitoshi to flinch, but the vigilante just raises his hands apologetically. Sorry, usually I carry a screwdriver, but I forgot my tool belt at home. I'll be careful. Hitoshi doesn't protest much after that. Just leaning against the wall, Spider Lily unscrews all of the mechanisms. When he gets to the clamp on the tongue, he hisses in a sharp breath, but continues, being extra careful not to cut skin. After it's all done, Spider Lily scoves the thing to the side, outside of Hitoshi's view. It doesn't take as long to bandage the open cuts, as Spider Lily seems to be almost at ease while doing it. He probably has to heal citizens often. When it's all over with, Spider Lily stands up and reaches a hand towards Hitoshi. He flinches, which causes Spider Lily to freeze. Eventually, Hitoshi takes it. It's warm compared to everything else, and Hitoshi finds himself relaxing in it. When was the last time he held someone's hand? Hitoshi doesn't know where they are going, but Spider Lily eventually stops at the female diner. Oh. He gives the vigilante a confused look as they shrug. Sorry, you looked really hungry. If you're not ready to eat, that's fine. I just, sorry, I'm not used to actually talking to the people I help. Or talking in general, really. God, I need to shut up now. Hitoshi smiles. This is an absolute nerd. God, he reminds Hitoshi of himself when he was younger. It's fine. He responds, but as soon as the words slip, he slams his hand off top of his mouth. Oh god, no. He broke the rules again, and now Spider is going to be mad at him too, and the hand Spider Lily was holding tighter its grip. And the vigilante looks up at him, concerned. Is he concerned? Hitoshi can tell with the mask and goggles on, but he isn't angry. He doesn't know Hitoshi squirts, why would be he angry? That idea causes all of Hitoshi's worries to slumber to a stop. Spider really doesn't know his quirk. He doesn't know Hitoshi that he is a villain. He has no reason to be afraid of him. He squeezes the vigilante's hand tighter and smiles at him. It's fine. Let's go. Spider Lily's eyes basically shine as he pulls Hitoshi into the diner. He looks happy to see Hitoshi talk, not knowing how his words could kill him within seconds. Hitoshi shivers. If hell exists, he is definitely going here. Once I get in, a very, very nervous waitress walks them to the table in the back. Spider Lily sits across from him, finally letting go of Hitoshi's hands despite the fact he wanted to protest. Had Hitoshi always been this touch-starved? Spider Lily is the first one to break the silence. So, what's your name? Hitoshi hesitates, debating on giving his first name before just replying with Shinso. It would be weird to become so friendly with Vigilante within an hour of meeting him. Even if this is the closest he's been to someone since he was 10, it's better not to get too attached. Spider Lily comes, opening a sugar packet to pour into his coffee. Nita, you can just call me Spider Lily. That's my vigilante name. Hitoshi nods to himself. Then, hesitantly, he asks, why Spider Lily? Pardon? Spider Lily tilts his head like a cat. Hitoshi reaches for the right words before landing on. It's rather morbid choice. Why? How? Spider Lily goes dark before quickly switching back to his cheerful persona. Well, I suppose they're just very pretty. Hitoshi narrows his eyes. Really? Is that it? A reaction like that doesn't just come from nowhere, right? Well, I hate lying to people. He takes in a deep breath before looking back at Hitoshi with furrowed brows. No, not really. That's not it. He makes a gesture, like trying to form a response before giving up. I have these kids in my class. They aren't really the best. I don't want to say they are outright bullies because they don't mean to be cruel, but it still hurts, you know? Hitoshi swallows. He knows exactly what that's like. Yeah, I get it. Spider Lily eyes widen for a moment before he shakes his head and continues. Right, so the Spider Lilies. They used to leave them on my desk as a way to say, uh, you know what that means, Shinzo, right? Morning flowers, they basically told me to off myself. It's a bit more direct than that, of course, but something about the flowers they just had as a symbol. They're pretty, but mean such an awful thing. Toshi just listened to it all, stomach churning. Oh god, that makes so much sense. From what he'd heard, most of Lily's rescues involve bully and abuse victims. The dude knows how to fight and war up Band-Aid like it's nothing. No shit he's been bullied. I get bullied too. Spider Lily freezes before pulling at his own hair. Shit! Oh god, I should have asked you about that, shouldn't I? You were all cut up and I didn't think of asking what happened. I'm so sorry, Shinso. It's fine. Shinso cuts him off. It's really not. This is basically my job and off. Oh, fuck. I just dumped a lot of trauma onto someone who is clearly going through something. He turns his sighs and puts a hand up to stop him. Dude, just leave it. I appreciate the help and honestly, it feels nice. No, I'm not alone, I mean. Sorry, that was probably really selfish. It's not. Lily interrupts. I get it. I'm the same. I really do have to stop oversharing things, so. Especially while being vigilante, because I just got excited. I hardly ever save someone my own age. Hitoshi startles, almost choking against his foot. Wait, how old are you? I thought you were 16. At least that's what most of the heroes and reporters have guessed. Spider Lily blinks before crackling. Oh, I'm 13? Hitoshi gaspes and stares at Spider Lily in shock. There's no way. You're younger than me? Spider Lily just shrugs, but the underneath of his eyes wrinkles as if he's smiling. Depends. How old are you? Oh. Hitoshi's head looked up and he looks away. Today is my 14th birthday. Spider Lily beams before he knows it. He suddenly grabs Hitoshi's hands and shouts in excitement. No way, it's your birthday? That's awesome. Do you want to go somewhere? I can pay. Hitoshi just stares blankly at him, confused. Why? Why will you do that for me? We just... Oh my god, it's the wrong voice. Hitoshi just stared blankly at him, confused. Why? Why would you do that for me? We just met. I can't use it. I can voice act, I'm sorry. Spider Lily squints and tilts his head, confused. Wait, are we friends? Sorry, I not good at this. Tashi feels his heart skip a bit. World slows down around him. A friend? There's no way someone actually wants to be friends with him. Is he just an accidental friend vigilant? No, I mean, fuck, I would love to be a friend. Sorry, I also not good at this. Basically, it crackles, and after looking around for cameras, let's go with Hitoshi to pull down his mask. He has a surprising amount of freckles. He's smiling at Hitoshi, and he can't help but smile back. Yes, that makes the both of us. So, Shinzo, what's your opinion on heroes? He asks, sort of random, but oh well. Hitoshi pauses at this before hesitantly answering with, I like them. Should he add the fact he wants to be a hero? No, that will just open the discussion to stuff like quirks. Bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Spidey Lily comes, giving a slight grin. Meteor, your favorite? Oh, you probably don't know him. He's sort of underground. He offers, a bit anxious. What if Spider really thinks he's very full like an underground hero? No, that wouldn't make sense. Particularly, usually not want to show off if the news articles are too. It's really unlikely for him to dislike underground heroes when they are so similar. Spider just gurgles his knuckles in response. Hit me. Eraserhead. He isn't able to finish responding when Spider practice squeals. Holy shit! He slams the table and Hitoshi flinches, but Spider doesn't even seem to register that. Hitoshi blinks and manages to out a quiet, what? You like a Eraserhead? Spider is basically vibrating at this point. Hitoshi nods hesitantly. Yes, before freezing. Wait, you know him? Know him? Spider beams. He's my favorite hero. He's so badass. The fact that he's basically does hero work regardless is so admirable. He's basically my role model. Hitoshi feels warm and fuzzy watching Spider ramble like this. He's so cheerful. Hitoshi wishes he could be more like him. And the best part? He adds, causing Hitoshi to tilt his head. I bump into him during patrols. Constantly. Hitoshi gapes out. For a moment, he had actually forgotten who Spider really actually was. You work with him? What's he like? Is he nice? Spider really thinks for a moment before his eye widens and he grabs Hitoshi's hands. I have an idea. If you want to know more about him, why don't you just meet him yourself? Hitoshi blushes. Hitoshi blanches before grinning like he never has before. Forget you earlier. This is the best birthday ever. Yeah, oh my god, yes, I mean, please? Can you please introduce me? Basically matches his smile with his own feral grin, but quickly hides it once he slips back on his mask. He pulls Hitoshi along, back into the streets. Izuku is an idiot, an imbecile, an absolute buffoon. He'd made very, very sure for the past several months that nobody would ever figure out his identity. And yet, here he is, bringing a civilian who has seen his face, who had heard his voice, to the pro hero trying to capture him. But Shinzo is so very nice, and Izuku is so very lonely. When was the last time he had an actual friend? When was the last time he talked to somebody his own age and actually managed to keep a full conversation without getting beat senseless? He doesn't feel bad for he does feel bad for tricking his Shinzo. After all, if the boy knew Izuku was quirkless, the friendship would end as quickly as it came. But he doesn't want it to end, so he supposes it's better to just conveniently leave it out. Sure, he could tell Shinzo in the hopes that maybe he would be understanding of Izuku's disease, but he's not stupid. He knows that the only people who stuck around are those who also, coincidentally, do not know about his quirk status. I think that's his mom, of course. It's better to just keep him in the dark about it. is safer. Still, it is quite a foolish of him to introduce Shinzo to Eraserhead of all people. But he just seemed so excited, he actually smiled, and Izuku swore he could see the sick emotional cloud surrounding him finally begin to clear up at the mention of the hero. Speaking of, there was another reason Izuku wanted to bring him to the pro. When he first found Shinzo, he was worried the boy was dying from the sheer amount of injuries covering his body. Not even Shinzo himself seemed to protest them, but they were excessive. Build up. Izuku is far too familiar with the look of it. Sure, Shinzo did say he was being bullied, but then why was he outside? Why was he wearing a muzzle? Why was he so frail? And the pieces have been slowly clicking together, and Izuku feels sick at where he predicts it will end up. He dealt with abuse victims before, but not to this extent. He's never had to banish someone's wounds and hold them together so that they don't slip into incoherent sobs. Needless to say, this is all the way out of his comfort zone. That's where Erasers come in. Yo, Eraserhead! He sees a man sitting on the edge of the rooftop, watching ahead. When he sees Izuku, he narrows his eyes, specifically at the boy hiding behind him. What's with the kid? He huffs, clearly tired, as always. Izuku hums and moves to reveal Shinzo in full. New friend! Apparently, he's a huge fan eraser. He grunts and grabs his forehead. Oh, great! He shakes his head. Where do you kids keep finding me? I'm supposed to be underground, you know that, right? Izuku just laughs and pats Shinzo on the shoulder. I have my base. Anyways, meet Shinzo. I just met him like an hour ago or two. And we are besties now. I just bit my tongue. Eraserhead raises an eyebrow and steps closer, looking at Shinzo closely. Izuku can feel the boy shake slightly, so he grabs his hands again. Vaguely enough, despite likely being an abuse victim, Izuku notices Shinzo seems to like the contact. Izuku is certainly not used to it, but his need to please others overpowered his hatred of physical touch. It feels nicer so, knowing the hand that holds him won't cause blisters and burns if he makes any wrong move. Shinzo waves at Razor, hands still trembling. It reminds Izuku of himself when he first met his favorite hero. Shinzo eventually stutters out, "Hi, yeah, think you're really cool?" Biting at the skin around his lips, Shinzo's very fidgety. Izuku noticed. Fake it. Nice shirt. Izuku looks to Shinzo's shirt and oh my god. Eraserhead is such a loser. Of course Shinzo's wearing a present Mike shirt. Shinzo chokes out the nervous. Thanks? Thanks. Izuku just laughs and watches as Eraser pulls out a pen from his bag. Wanted an autograph? I assume that's why you wanted to meet me? Shinzo nods excitedly before pausing. He pulls out a small pocket knife, one with him engraved. You can sign this, but I also wanted to ask you a question. It's okay if that's okay. You don't want to answer, so it's a bit stupid, very very stupid. Racing just shrugs and takes the knife. What is it? So you know how you're all like mysterious and kind of creepy, and your cricket is also kind of creepy. I see people refer to it as villainous quirk because it's still an important part of someone's being. Get to the point. Izuku wants to tell Eraser off, but the man didn't see Shinsu earlier. He doesn't know yet. Shinsu shrinks under Eraser's gaze and continues. Right, so, do you think that someone who, like, has an actual villainous quirk could still be a hero? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what you mean by an actual villainous quirk, but nonetheless, my answer is sure. Why not? I don't see how a quirk could be inherently villainous. Russell tilts his head, confused. Hitoshi does not hesitate to respond. It's brainwashing! He yells out before covering his mouth in horror. Izuku subconsciously tightens the grip on his hand, because holy shit, that was an incredible quirk. Eraser pauses. Oh, how is that villainous? Because it's like digs into your brain and makes you all wrong. I could do anything when brainwashing someone. Even make them get really badly hurt and they wouldn't be able to defend themselves. He explains this all. Like Eraserhead is the weird one for finding nothing wrong with it. Izuku understands that feeling. He still refuses to tell anyone in his vigilante life about his quirklessness. That's not inherently bad, so Shinso. Anyone anyone's quirk can be used for bad just as it can be for good. It's just a tool. A weapon even if wielded right. You're not a bad person because of what weapon you were born with. Izuku listens, and he feels lost. He thinks back to the conversation with All Might last month. He thinks back to how All Might haven't even hesitated before crushing Izuku's dreams in front of his eyes. Just cheese. Maybe you should have asked Racer instead. Which says a lot of trauma. He doesn't remember when Shizu started crying, and he doesn't remember when it stopped. All he remembers is holding the boy close to his chest as he stopped. Izuku can understand the feeling. When he did stop, however, Eraserhead sighed and ruffled Shinso's hair. We should really be getting you home, kid. You live nearby? As I mentioned of returning home, Hitoshi feels sick. He had so much fun, it was easy to forget why he was out so late in the first place. He doesn't want to go back. He doesn't want to get hurt again. What if they muzzle him again? No, they can't. Muzzle's gone. He bites at his fingernails on the way back, listening to the sounds of cars driving around. Spider Lily is gripping his hand tighter than before, but it does nothing to relieve the anxiety. They stop at his foster home, a clean-looking place with light blue walls and stained glass windows. It's nice. He thought the people were nice too. He talks to Spider Lily, who opens his arms. It was nice meeting you, Shinso, he says as Hitoshi returns the hug. He doesn't want to go, but he has to. As he pulls away, Hitoshi stuffs. As he pulls away from Hitoshi, he stuffs a piece of paper into his hand, pulling down his mask to show a small smile. Hitoshi blushes and smiles back. Call me Hitoshi. Spectacular grins and winks. Well then, Shinso, you could call me Izuku. He whispers. It's quite enough for Hitoshi to hear. Holy shit, did a top secret vigilante just reveal their name to him? He can feel his heart beating in his chest, face bright pink. Okay, nice to meet you, Izuku? It was. Never mind. Izuku beams and places his hand on Hitoshi's shoulder. One more thing. Suddenly he gets very, very serious. As the visuals make Hitoshi freeze. Shit, did this Izuku found out about his quirk? Does he hate him now? Did he know the entire time? He starts freeze to a halt as Izuku continues. If you need anything, I need to relax. That's what I need. He starts freeze to a halt as Izuku continues. If you need anything, and I mean anything, do not hesitate to give me a call. He pauses before adding, I will come get you. I have a place to stay and a mother who would not hesitate to take one of my friends. Hitoshi feels his stomach flip and he nods. Okay, I will. Hitoshi gives his shoulder a squeeze and smiles again. Good. I'm glad I met you, Hitoshi. You're really nice. Izuku's face turns a bit pink and he finally lets go, backing away. See you soon? Hitoshi nods before turning to open the front door. The dolls should be at work around now, since they usually take night shifts. When he gets to his room, he unfolds the paper and finds Spider Lily's phone number. Is it what it feels like to have a friend? There's a little note under there's a little note underneath the number, written in colorful letters. Happy birthday, Shinso! And that's the end of it. Oh my god. I know it was probably bad, but it's my first time doing a podfic. If this will somehow turn into a podfic channel, and if I get better in the future, I will probably reduce this, like Put Your Hands Up Radio is redoing the UA survival guide, and I fucking love them. They're one of the inspirations to do this, and a lot of other podfic channels. Maybe I will do a list of them and leave a link to this underneath the in video description. But for now, it's not there nor anywhere. And thanks for listening. And I hope you will turn in for the next part in this series, despite my voice and my voice acting and my reading not being the best. It will probably turn better in time, but still. Okay, I need to stop talking now. Thank you for watching, and till the next part.